Hi, I'm Lucy Griffiths. Have you had that question at a networking event or some kind of social gathering or in a job interview where someone says, "Tell me about yourself"? It's that question that we expect. We know they're going to ask us the question, but at the same time, my heart sinks and it's like, what do I say? And there's a moment of panic. So how can you get over that moment of panic and prepare yourself for that answer that you know is going to happen? So first of all, prepare in advance what you're going to say. And I'll talk through the various scenarios. First off, job interview. So you're at the job interview and everything is going pretty well so far. And then someone says, "Tell me about yourself." We expect the question. We know it's going to happen. But at the same time, there's a sinking feeling because we haven't actually mentally prepared anything. And what you say counts, because what you say is about the job. It's not really about you as an individual. And that's the mistake that many people make, because they assume that it's really talking about themselves and how they like yoga or they love hiking. But actually, they don't really care about that stuff. They just want to know that you're a good team player, that you're fun and you'll fit in with everyone in the office. So you need to say those kind of things that basically tick some boxes. So talk about yourself, but talk about yourself in a way that show you care, that show you're a good team player, and that you interact with others. So maybe it might be, I love hiking and I often go out hiking in groups and volunteering with a community group to take young people out hiking in the mountains. Or you could say, I love yoga and it helps me to be really calm and centered and keep my focus in everything that I do. Or if it's something where you love painting, you say, I love being able to use my creativity. And in using my creativity, it helps me be creative in everything that I do. And that way you come across as being enthusiastic, loving life, but at the same time, you are showing that you have talents that are reflective of the job that you do. So pick things that are reflective of the skills your employer is looking for, whether that is in an advertising agency and they want you to be creative, or they want you to be really calm working in a dental reception. If that's the case, then you want to really stress your calmness, you're good with people. So what do you do that helps you in that sense? So is it that you volunteer with a particular group? Is it that you spend time with your nephew and so you're used to working with children? All of those skills are an asset and it really is about you. It might also be that you want to talk about going traveling. And so you could say, I love going traveling and I love going on my holidays and I always go to adventurous places and I love exploring new things, seeing new sights, but there's nothing better than coming home at the end of it. So they know that you're not going to want to escape on a gap year. So you want to frame things through the eyes of the employer. When you're at a networking event, yes, you want to talk about yourself, but you want to do it in a really clever way that you're really talking about the other person to build a connection. Dale Carnegie said that the best way to make friends and influence people is by asking questions. And you can build that trust, you can build those relationships if you ask the right questions. And when you do that, they get to know you. So think about the questions that you want to ask and ask questions that really enable you to connect. So it might be you ask questions about what football team they like, or about children or TV programs they like. So subjects that have a connection. And when you build that connection, then it means it's much, much easier to then have that rapport, that commonality of subject. And when you have that commonality of subject, then the conversation can flow. So it's not just me talking about myself or you talking about yourself. It's you're exchanging ideas and building that relationship. And when you connect on the little things, whether it's football or whether it's a TV show or a soap opera, when you connect on those things, then actually it's much easier to connect at a deeper level when it comes to business. And you can then network where they'll think, oh, I like her and I trust her, even though I just talked about music or travel. I didn't really talk about work. I like this person and I want to work with her. So even though you might run an online business, these relationships and these connections are really important. The key thing with both ways of talking and communicating is to really work out what you want to say beforehand and practice it. You might need to write it out and have it saved, or write it out 10 times so you memorize it. Just have it so it's in your brain and it flows easily off the tongue, because you don't want to be stumbling and looking up to the ceiling thinking, what am I going to talk about? Because the people that do that, they come across as uncertain. Whereas if you know what you want to say, you come across with grace, but with confidence. And people have much more trust in you if they think you're confident. If you like this video, then I would love you to hit the subscribe button, and you can see many more videos like this and all about confidence and strategy and growing your business. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.